What is Docusign data verification and how is it different from Docusign data validation? And how do you set it up? Those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. Data verification is an upgrade from data validation. In case you hadn't used validation rules in the past, validation allowed you to make sure that the signer was entering information in the format that you want in a specific text field. And a good example of that is this bank information form that we use when new team members join Docusign. And so, for example, here, if we want to make sure that the routing number is correctly entered by the new starter, instead of using a text field validated with just numbers, it forces the person to enter a routing number. It's always a 9-digit number. It can't be less numbers. It can't be letters. It can't be anything else. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, that's fine. If I add an additional number, that doesn't work. And if I replace the 9 by a letter, that doesn't work either. And if I'm missing a number, that doesn't work. But if I add any other number, then it works. This is called data validation because we are just validating that the entry matches the rule that you as the template creator have defined in your template or in your envelope. But with data verification, we can check that the bank account actually exists and that the routing number and the account number are actually related. And so this is what data verification brings in. It's great if you're collecting a lot of data from your signers because it will definitely reduce back and forth, which will increase compliance, which will reduce turnaround time for your transactions, which will lower, obviously, overhead costs in communicating with people and telling them that the information that they've provided is not correct. And if we haven't met before, my name is Sofiane Saoudi. I'm the founder of Docusign Consulting. I used to be a Docusign employee back in 2019, but since 2020, I've built this agency where we help organizations drowning in paperwork automate and Docusign workflows. There is a huge opportunity to save time. If you know exactly how to automate your workflows, you can automate the creation of documents using data from your CRM. You can track the status of each signatures directly in the apps that you use every day, including in your CRM. You can also automatically have your documents saved in the folder of your choice, whether it's Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, SharePoint, and you can also even automate how the document is renamed so that you never need to look for the document, just type the name. You can also have that document stored back inside of the system of record that you use. And if you're collecting information and not just signatures from your signer, the information that they enter, such as the data that you might want to verify, can be automatically extracted to be populated in the apps that you use every day. And so that gives you a full circle of automation throughout creating a document, sending it, tracking it, and storing it. And this is something that you can absolutely do on your own, but you will have to learn how to map your workflow, then build your Docusign templates, build your Docusign integrations, and train your team on how to use all of that. And so if you don't have the time or willingness to become Docusign experts or software implementation specialists, then this is something that you can outsource to our team. There is a link just down below that you can click on to schedule a consultation with one of our Docusign automation consultants. During the call, we will review your process and provide the best implementation roadmap based on your unique company's needs. But if you're more of a DIY person and you want to keep watching these tutorials and do it yourself, that's absolutely fine. In that case, I suggest that you download our Docusign Mastery Cheat Sheet. It will help you get started with Docusign on the right foot and learn the first steps to automate your workflows. Now let's go back to how to use Docusign data verification. There's two types of data verification. If the field that you want to validate belong to the basic type, then you don't need to pay for that because Docusign includes this in Business Pro plans and above. But if the field that you want to validate belong to the premium category, then you're going to have to pay on top of your Docusign subscription. So what you can verify for free, as long as you have a Business Pro and above, email address, phone number, address verification, which is really great. And then if you want to validate anything bank related, so routing number, account type, the owner of the bank account, first and last name, the EIN, so a business entity, the company name, the SSN, the date of birth, and first and family names, all of this will be paid. Let's take a look at how to set this up in Docusign. So you want to head to your custom fields, and then under that you'll find the verification tab. Maybe none of these fields will be available to you because you haven't installed the plugin in the Docusign App Center that will do the verification for you, because Docusign isn't the actual verification provider. Click on Get Apps, and then look for the app that you want to use to verify the information. So if we want to verify email addresses, we are going to use Twilio, and you can install as many as you want. Smarty for mailing addresses. And then we also have the SSN and EIN verification. So for example, if this is what you want, just click on Login to install, and then just click on Install App. I've already installed this one, so Smarty, to check addresses. And so we can just try that. Why don't we just drag and drop our address line, and then our city will go here. Country, well, actually that form needs to be reformatted. That's the thing that you might have to do again. You might need to reformat your document so that it matches exactly the format of the verification. But essentially we got address line 1, city, state, zip, and country or region. And once you've added your fields, what you can do is you can add a must verify to sign rule or not, which means that if the recipient doesn't pass the verification, then they cannot finalize the envelope. If this is unchecked, then they will be able to, even if the verification fails, but you will get a notification that the verification has failed. In case you have multiple apps that can do the same verification, you can also switch providers here. Now let's take a look at how it works when the signer is trying to complete this form. So here we can enter whatever we want. Those were just fields built in the template. And now here are my fields. So address line 1, city, state, zip, and country. So let's try with our business address. So it's 30 North Gold Street, Sheridan, USA. Okay, let's click on check address. It's failed. Oh, wait, because I've entered address line 2. So this should be here. This is Wyoming. This is, let's try again. Data verification succeeded. I don't know if you saw that at the top. I should be able to complete the envelope, and that's it. And now I can actually finish my envelope. Oh, if I complete all the fields. So this is how data verification works in a nutshell. Now, if you want to get some of the premium apps, you're going to have to pay and potentially sign up with one of those apps and provide your billing details within those apps. So for example, if you want to confirm the EIN, you're going to have to sign up with LexisNexis Risk Solutions, and they will charge you whatever they want to charge. And since you'll have to provide information to those third-party apps, you might want to check with your IT and compliance teams to ensure that you're supposed to be doing that, because that could go against your company's security policy. Now, one more thing that's important to point out is that the verification is stored in a certificate of completion. And so for compliance, that's really good because you don't need to manually keep track of who you verified and who you haven't. So if we go here in data verification status, we can see that the field postal address group, which is a field that we can find inside of our Docusign envelope, was verified using the Smarty app at whatever time it was verified. And so this is really great. We can also access this information through the API so that you can keep a track of this completely automatically. Now, if you need help with Docusign data verification, data validation, templates, or integrations, that's exactly what we're here for. So you can book a strategy session using the link just down below. During the call, we'll assess your problem and provide you with a custom implementation solution for your unique needs. I will see you in the next video, and until then, happy signing. Ciao.